Hello everybody. Let's come on our journey of on the tales of Akbar and Birbal. With due respect to enjoyment, let's start. Birbal's khichdi. One day, Birbal and Akbar were strolling in front of the palace. It was the afternoon time of a chilly winter session. Suddenly, a Brahman in tattered clothes came near them and with folded hands. What do you want? Asked Akbar. Your Majesty, please help me, the Brahman requested with folded hands. I am a very poor man. I get no good work to earn more. I spend the little money I earn entirely on food. Now I am in need of 1000 gold coins for my daughter's marriage. We intend to give some ornaments to our only child, our daughter. Besides the ornament, we will have to buy clothes and utensils. We must invite some people to take meal in our house, so we'll have to buy oil, flour, vegetables, and spices. Look, when you have no money at all, why do you want to give ornaments to your daughter? When you can't afford to buy goods, food for your own family, why do you dream of giving a party to other people? Asked the emperor. It's my lifelong ambition, Your Majesty, said the Brahman. I am a poor father, but I too have a dream of spending some money for the marriage of my only child. I shall be extremely grateful to you if you only give me an opportunity to earn the money. I now need so much for my daughter's marriage. Well, I give you an opportunity to earn 1000 gold coins, said the emperor. You go and stand in the cold water of the lake in this garden. You will come out of the water only after sunrise tomorrow. Birbal gave an excuse. He felt bad that the emperor had become rather harsh with the poor Brahman. He would not be able to stand in cold water for a whole night and would definitely die. But now Brahman looked happy. Accompanied by the guards, he went towards the lake and entered its cold water. The Brahman will die of severe cold, sir, said a guard to Birbal. I don't know, said Birbal. Perhaps he is very strong in his mind, but the chances of his success are very slim. But the next day, much to the happiness of them all, the Brahman was alive and smiling. The sun had already risen. The Brahman came out of cold water of the lake, successful and victorious. How have you made an impossible task possible? The emperor asked. It was a tough job. You have done a great feat. I just cannot believe it. Could you tell me your secret? There is nothing secret about it, Your Majesty, said the Brahman. I was determined to achieve success. I asked you how you spent the night in the cold water, said Akbar. I kept looking at the light of the palace. I see, Akbar said. So you got all warmth you needed from the lights of my palace and did not feel the chill of the cold water and passed the night very comfortably. Well, in that case, I cannot give you any reward. You may go home. The Brahman was shocked to hear this. How some lights at a distance of 100 yards send any warmth to a man standing in the cold water of the lake in a wintry night. Akbar just wanted an excuse. It was very unkind of him to have deprived the Brahmin of a promised sum. Akbar turned his back and moved towards his palace. The guards looked at one another's face helplessly. Birbal went back home, thinking deeply about the Brahman. Next day, Birbal went to the emperor and said, I have now learned to cook khichdi. Please come to my residence tomorrow and have the taste of my special khichdi. Akbar was pleased that the Birbal had invited him to a lunch party. Next day, Akbar reached Birbal's home. He was accompanied by his courtiers. Birbal welcomed them, offering flower while his servants sprinkled scented water on them. They were led to a big hall furnished by soft pillows and mattresses. Servants stood with giant hand fans. Akbar was smiling all the time. He was pleased that the Birbal looked add to their comfort. 2 hours had passed. No one from Birbal's house had offered them even a glass of plain water. Akbar was hungry and thirsty too. Where is Birbal? The emperor asked. Outside in the garden, replied the servant. When I asked you an hour ago, you gave me the same reply, said Akbar. What is he doing there in the garden? Excuse us, your majesty, said the servant. He is busy cooking khichdi. Akbar became very angry. He stood up, shouting at the servants. Excuse us, your majesty, said a servant. We have told you just the truth. It is true that he is busy in garden cooking khichdi. Take us to him, ordered Akbar. The servants led the emperor and the courtiers into Birbal's garden. Three was putting twigs and wood into the fire under a tall palm tree. Where is your khichdi? Asked the Akbar. Birbal stood up and quietly pointed his fingers toward the top of the tree. A large pot was hanging from the top of the tall palm tree. Akbar and all the courtiers craned their neck to see the pot. What is this? Akbar was wild with rage. We are hungry and you are showing us a big pot tied into this tall tree. I am sorry, your majesty, said the Birbal. I think you will have to wait for some time more. I have put rice, pulses, and onions and garlic all into the pot. Please see for yourself that I am putting a lot of firewood and twigs into the fire. But I don't know why it is taking so much time. There is a gap of about 10 yards between the pot and the fire, said the Akbar. How can the heat reach the pot hanging so high upon the tree? I think heat from the fire on the ground is reaching the pot, said Birbal. You are talking absurd, shouted Akbar angrily. Excuse me, your majesty, said Birbal. If a poor Brahmin standing in a cold water can get warmth from the lights in the palace burning at a distance of not less than 100 yards, this pot too can get heat from the fire burning at a distance of 10 yards only. Now I get your point, Birbal, said the emperor. I should not have become cruel to that poor Brahmin. I was indeed very sorry. I promised to pay the Brahmin 2,000 gold coins. Send him to me. I must thank you, for you have brought me to my senses. Birbal was happy that the Brahmin would get his reward that had been doubled, up to 2,000 gold coins by the emperor himself. Please come with me inside, said Birbal. I have made arrangement for your meals. There are many tasty dishes and khichdi too. They all laughed and followed Birbal into the house for lunch. Okay, now bye for now. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to listen other stories, then link in description.